Coach, you've got the floor.
Yeah, this week was a week about, building belief and momentum. We know that, we've had 2 home games here and banked those points in the bag. And for us was all about the business of getting 3 points. So for us, that was very important. And I'm so proud of my group for the resiliency they showed, for the character they showed. The guys who come in, in the game late on make a difference, and the players out there left it all on the field. So, they got challenging as the game went on, and so happy to have kept the clean sheet again. So, number 4 of the season. So happy about that.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go to questions. Go ahead, Tom.
Bradley, because there were many options tonight, what your favorite Edu Lowen moment in this game?
My favorite Edu Lowen moment? There's just so many. Whether he's fluid with the ball at his feet or whether he's taking a dead ball situation, a set piece situation. So, I just think the first penalty kick for me, that one was sent with a message. And that inspires us to do great things here at home. So I would say the first penalty.
And the significance of him not taking the second one, giving that one up?
Yeah, 2-0, not the happiest, but, I support my players. And I know how tight games can be. And at 2-1, Ed is a great teammate. He's shown that time and time again. But yeah, listen, Ed is the designated penalty taker. But, if we feel enough confidence within the group, first of all, I'm not happy about it, but I support it, right? Because I support my players to make decisions on and off the field, in the best possible manner that they feel for that moment in time. So, with regards to that, I support my group.
Go ahead, Tom.
Coach, in regard to building the fortress, which you've been talking about, did you put the moat in tonight? You built some bigger walls? Where did we fit into them? Yeah,
the last 2 games have been dictated by set pieces, right? And we know that with Edu, we have, an Indy set piece weapons. So for us, it's just part of our armory, and making sure that we can get the job done, out of the run of play, as well as dead ball situations out of the set pieces. And we've seen this again tonight on display. So credit to everybody else who gets into these final third moments, who gets into, dangerous situations. So we force the opponent, to make mistakes, so which is a good thing, and good things happen when you're in the other end of the field, away from your goal. So proud of the boys for their performance and grit and determination.
Good, Anthony.
And I think it's 8 or 9 games. City has not lost a game where they have scored the first goal. In the last 3 games, Edu has scored the first goal. How much of a correlation is it between him taking over the offense and you guys winning with Klossbate absent?
Sorry, I didn't get the first part of your question.
City has not lost a game
in
when
8.
They scored the first goal. I think it's been 8 games or 9 games. There's been wins, 1 tie.
Yep.
In the last 3 games, Lowen has scored the first goal for you guys. So, how much has he taken over the offense? How much have you guys adjusted to that in Kloss's absence? Got it.
Yeah, listen, that Edu finds himself in dangerous areas, and I say the last couple of games have dictated by set pieces, right? So I think we've just found a good balance with our front 4 guys. Celio Pompei's made massive contributions, Indy Vassilev, Thomas Ostrak tonight when called upon, and Nico Giacchini now having to hold the line, as a striker, stretch the back line and occupy 2 center backs. Usually Klaus would do something like that. So we've just found a good chemistry and a good balance, regardless of name on the back of the shirt, right? So it just shows that, the boys are paying attention to the details, the training application. And Edu plays a big part of that, right? So, he dictates the tempo of the game and the rhythm of the game. And again, if you look at the back line, how proud they were to defend the goal at all costs. And with Jabulo Blom, holding the midfield together allows Edu to get a little bit more freedom. So I feel there's a good chemistry going on right now and a good balance from everybody.
Go ahead, Ben Fred.
Bradley, I mean this in a complimentary way, but why is it that you guys, the way you play, especially here, gets underneath the skin of opponents so much? It seems like just we see it almost every game here. You guys score early, and then frustration begins to show. At some point, taking opponents kind of out of their game or putting them in bad spots.
Before we even look at ourselves, I have to look at the fans, right? So I think the fans just bring another notch, right? So, and we have it really good here in St. Louis. The fans have taken this on and run with it, right? So we're so proud of the fans. We're so proud of the energy. And then it's the style of play. It's the edginess. It's the chippiness, right? So, we always play on that knife's edge of what's allowed, and that's allowed. So, from that point of view, we just stick to our guns, our principles, and make sure that we're on the front foot and trying to create a bit of havoc and a bit of chaos. But it needs to be controlled. And I think we're getting better at controlling certain moments. Is it perfect? No, we don't believe it is. So we have a lot of work to do, and I'd like to control games better in the last 15, 20 minutes of games. I'd like to, develop there a little bit with our group as well. So it's all not done yet. We know that we've done great things, but we have to continue to be hungry and keep on this mentality.
Just one more for me. You mentioned you weren't thrilled that Lowen gave that opportunity up, but what can that do for Nico to, A, be trusted in that moment by a teammate, and then to capitalize on it?
Yeah, so we speak about trust a lot, right? We speak about trust when we're pressing. We speak about trust when we're defending. We speak about trust when we occupy positions with the ball, so we can play passes almost blindly. So if we give the trust over to somebody else, because we always speak about trust, and we always say mistakes are okay, because that's the only way to learn. So, we'll learn and grow in good and bad.
Next we go to Julian and then Justin.
Coach, how relieved were you to get that third goal and a point of the match when Houston started to generate some more offensive power?
Yeah, good. I thought the players did really well coming in the game. I thought we had so many turnovers, to transition and really finish the game off. So, for sure, that's a big part of our game model, and we would like to be cleaner with that. Can we stay on the ball a little bit longer? Can the supporting runs be more on cues? So, again, we've had a great week of training. Yesterday was one of the best that we've ever had, and the energy of the group was really high, so that we can, take over this momentum through the week and through the game day and all the preparations, and now celebrate together as a squad inside the locker room. It's an amazing journey for everyone involved here.
Coach, you mentioned Jabulu Blom earlier. His stats tonight were pretty incredible, the biggest one being 3 interceptions, and I think all 3 of them were to step up and break up the counterattack. How important is he just into the general defensive structure that you implement? It's
really big, right? And you can see just when there's that moment of you hold your breath moment when we've given up a ball or a turnover, and then somebody arrives on the scene, right? So whether it's from the blind side, strikers coming back in the game, or whether it's Jubb stepping forwards, or one of the center backs, Lucas or Tim, stepping into it, right? So I thought across the board, we had moments of this. We knew Houston liked to play underneath. We forced them then into a long ball game. So we had to adjust that as well. So, the minute we do one thing, and compliments to them, because they always kept us guessing as well. So they're a good team, no doubt. They have a very important cup game coming up. And, Ben's a good coach and a good guy, and I wish them all the best. But, for us, it's about us being ruthless and the mentality driving forwards. And if every time we can show and put our principles on display, it's a really proud moment for us as players, as coaches.
I joked about it with him on Thursday, but once again, Indy draws a foul that leads to a penalty kick, and it's the third goal that Leuven's gotten off a Vassilev foul.
Yeah.
Just Indy's ability, what can you say about Indy's ability to make those things happen?
Well, he's got an exceptional ability to get his body between the man and the ball, right? So he shields the ball really well. And if players try and force that, then it's a foul. He's a silky player on the ball. He can slip away from the opponents, and he's got tight ball control. He can shoot, so players need to put him under pressure. They need to close away the time and space, and then he's always got a trick up his sleeve. So credit to him to keep the opponents guessing.
And then Ostrak kind of building up to this tonight, where he gets a goal.
Yeah, 100%. You can see, game fitness is an issue with some of the guys who haven't had a lot of game time, and you could see, we try and do so much in such an amount of time, and it's really important to stretch these minutes for Thomas as well. So I'm so happy he's got a couple of assists here as cameo appearances, and now starting the game he gets a goal. So it just shows across the board again. Our internal competition in training remains totally high, because it keeps us guessing, or keeps us, a lot of discussions in between the office there with all the coaches, and trying to find the best possible combinations. But credit to everyone.
And do you feel your team did a good job kind of resetting after that skirmish at the end of the first half. There's a red card. There's not a red card. All
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, I haven't seen the video yet, but we don't want to get into these altercations, right? We want to, let the fans take care of that for us, and we want to stay away from anything that's not allowed, right? So, good that it happened just before halftime, that we could get into the locker room and control all the emotions and just focus on the business at hand.
We got time for 2 more. We'll go back to Julian and then wrap up with Tom.
Yeah, I just want to touch on that skirmish too, Coach. How important and how proud of you, I guess, are you players for them to be able to stay level-headed in a moment where it could have really all gone wrong for you guys?
Yeah, listen, I don't think we were the aggressor in this situation. So, again, I'm not sure. I haven't seen the video, and I need to take a closer look at it. But, yeah, we know there's a bigger picture involved. And, we know we play with these emotions in training. And coaches, we're pretty bad referees on training days. So, we need to keep the players honest as well and really push the emotions sometimes there and test the temperament of the players. So, kidding, just jokes aside. But, yeah, we test them, right? We test the resilience in training, and we try and replicate certain moments where it's tough. Even when you're getting tired and it's tough, you might make a rational decision or an unrational, irrational decision to do something. The biggest thing is to keep the emotions in check.
We'll wrap up with Tom.
Coaches, Indy and everyone else gets to play more with Edu. Are we going to see better things from them? I mean, I think that surprises the other team what they see.
Yeah, I mean, we can just be who we are, right? That's all I can say. We can be who we are, and we're halfway through the season. And if we think we've figured it out internally, then we're going to fall flat on our faces, right? So being not even halfway, I think there's 3 games we got in hand on some of the teams. So thinking about that, we still have so much room to grow. And a growth mindset, we spoke about ownership before the season. We spoke about accountability and being open to new things, right? We've challenged the most experienced players to be open to new things, and the rookies that have come through as well, to have this open mindset and to grow within our system. So we're halfway there, and there's so much more soccer to play.
Coach, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brett.